Hey everyone, it's Luke here from LT Gaming and welcome back to the channel. A really exciting video today. I'm looking at 25 space simulation games that you should pick up in the Steam Winter Sale. I've made a space simulation sales list quite a few times now, so make sure to check out these videos for a more detailed analysis. I've changed up the format here slightly and I've gone for a very quick and snappy style because I have covered these games so many times, but the final 10 games on the list are a little bit more detailed. It's really in no particular order, it's just to add to your wish list, give you some ideas. If you're anything like me, you spend hours scrolling through Steam sales, trying to find that one hidden gem. Here at LT Gaming, we're going to assist in that process. We do notice that the majority of you are still not subscribed when you watched our videos, so hit that subscribe button because here at LT Gaming, we're extremely good at finding games you've never even heard of. And you don't want to miss out on all the great stuff we've got coming in 2025, we really appreciate it. So let's set course for 25 space simulation games to pick up in the Steam Winter Sale. Everspace 2, 65% off, €17.49. This is a fast-paced single-player space shooter blending intense dogfights, exploration and RPG elements in a stunning handcrafted open-world universe. You should play this if you want thrilling combat, deep progression and a captivating story, which make this a must-play for space adventure fans. Starship Evo, 40% off, €11.70. Build your dream starship, explore the galaxy and dive into thrilling space battles. Experience a powerful, imaginative building engine with endless possibilities. You should play this if you're looking for unmatched creativity in ship design and exploration, but the only limit is your imagination. Underspace, 30% off, €11.75. This is a spiritual successor to Freelancer with a Lovecraftian twist, offering a vast handmade universe to explore and an engaging sandbox RPG experience. You should play this if you want a rich, immersive universe with deep exploration and day one mod support, plus exciting plans for PvP and co-op multiplayer in the future. Infinity Battlescape, 30% off, €24.49. Dive into epic multiplayer space battles where hundreds of players, well, theoretically, if the game actually had that many players, clash across massive star systems in a seamless, procedurally generated universe. You should play this for the sheer scale of space and planetary combat, which makes every battle an unforgettable spectacle. Power of 10, 65% off, €4.12. Pilot a starfighter in a desperate fight to defend galaxies, gathering resources and upgrades to repel an unyielding enemy armada. Play this for high-stakes action, with a mission to protect civilian lives while upgrading your ship for the ultimate showdown. Pulsar Lost Colony, 50% off, €9.75. This game is a cooperative starship simulator where you and your crew explore a chaotic, randomized galaxy. Each player takes on a critical role: captain, pilot, scientist, weapons specialist or engineer to ensure the survival of your vessel. You should play this game if you want to work together to master ship systems, battle enemies and make split-second decisions in a dynamic, ever-changing galaxy. It's perfect for co-op lovers seeking spacefaring adventure. Rebel Galaxy, 90% off, €1.67. Command a Star Destroyer in a swashbuckling space adventure packed with epic combat, trade and exploration across a galaxy full of secrets and danger. You should play this to forge your own path as a rogue, trader or privateer in a galaxy teeming with action and discovery. Space Rain, 20% off, €15.99. This game is an indie space sim blending ship combat and RTS mechanics in a near future world of corporate warfare and territorial conquest. You should play this if you want to command ships and claim sectors while navigating the high-stakes conflicts of a resource-hungry galaxy. Starcom Unknown Space, 20% off, €18.37. Dive into the action-packed space RPG where you build and customize your starship, unravel a captivating story, and explore a universe filled with alien factions, mysterious worlds, and cosmic secrets. You should play this because it's perfect for explorers craving deep space adventure, epic storytelling, and limitless ship customization. Starpoint Gemini Warlords, 85% off, €4.79. This is a blend of third-person capital ship combat, 4x strategy and RPG elements, where you command fleets or take direct control in the fight for domination. You should play this if you enjoy managing massive fleets and conquering the Gemini system, or if you also want to get hands-on in thrilling space combat, it's your choice and your strategy. Chorus, 80% off, €4.99. Set out on an epic journey of redemption as Nara, a former cult warrior, and her sentient starfighter Forsaken. Engage in mind-bending space combat, explore breathtaking cosmic vistas, and unravel the dark secrets of the Circle. You should play this if you like stunning visuals and fast-paced fluid combat, which make this a must-play for fans of narrative-driven space action. Freespace 2, 20% off, €7.99. This is a legendary space combat sim that builds on the events of the first title, featuring intense dogfights, a gripping story, and a war between humanity and a mysterious Shivan race. Immerse yourself in detailed missions and breathtaking space battles. You should play this one if you want experience from the best space combat games ever made, with deep lore, tactical missions, and fast-paced action. Reentry, a spaceflight simulator, 25% off, €21.74. Experience the thrill of space exploration in a highly realistic simulator based on NASA's iconic Mercury, Gemini, and Apollo programs. Relive humanity's greatest achievements from early EVAs to the moon landing. You should play this because it's perfect for space enthusiasts seeking an authentic astronaut experience with unparalleled realism. Spacebourne 2, 40% off, €11.70. In this solo-developed space sim, you get to embark on a journey to greatness. You will take part in adrenaline-fueled battles with a chance to claim your place in the galaxy, grab the controls of your ship, gear up for the fight, and unleash your ambition to conquer and build a new empire in the vastness of space. Now, when this game hit early access, it surprised a lot of people. It achieved a lot of the ambitions that loftier titles like Star Citizen set out to do, but it only had a solo developer, so there was a lot of rough edges on this one. However, many great additions and improvements have been made, and there seems to be the ambition to finish this title. Empyrion Galactic Survival, 60% off, €7.99. In this game, you will build and explore in a true space sandbox survival adventure. Construct mighty capital vessels, sprawling planetary settlements, and vast space stations in your galactic journey to discover the mysteries of Empyrion. And I'm gonna be honest, when I made this video, I had to say the word Empyrion about 30 times before I felt comfortable with it. Hopefully I pronounced it correctly. Now this game bridges a few different genres. While it is a space sim, you will build, craft, and survive, and that might not be for the hardcore space simmer. But if you're looking for a game that does a bit of everything, then you should probably consider it. Now I can't claim to be an expert on this title as I only picked it up today as I made the list, but we can learn together with this one. Do we consider it a space sim or do we not? I would lean on the fact that it does enough simulation aspects to be considered as part of the genre, but I'll leave it up to you. Liberation, 50% off, €7.39. This game delivers a modern take on classic space combat sims with a focus on story-driven gameplay and fast-paced dogfights. Taking the role of a pilot seeking vengeance against the oppressive Galactic Federation, players explore a low-polygon yet visually engaging universe filled with dynamic lighting, volumetric fog, and rich sci-fi lore. Inspired by cult classics like Blake 7 and Elite, this open universe RPG invites you to liberate 20 unique systems and take the fight to a tyrannical empire. Liberation is a personal favourite of mine. It plays really well on any handheld device like the Steam Deck or Legion Go. It's a really fun throwback to the space games of old, so definitely check this one out. It's a really fun title. It's Avorion, 50% off, €12.49. This game is a procedural co-op space sandbox where players can build their own spaceships out of dynamically scalable blocks. You can fight epic space battles, explore, mine, trade, wage wars, and build your own empire to save your galaxy from being torn apart by an unknown enemy. The game was released in 2020 by Boxelware, and I have to say during my time with it, it's absolutely great and very ambitious. You start out in this game as a nobody at the edge of the sector, and work your way to the centre of the galaxy where it gets more and more dangerous, but also equally as rewarding. You can equip your ship with chain guns, lasers, and other weaponry to take on your enemies and enjoy the sight of completely destructible vessels breaking at the exact points where you hit them. You can defend your allies from pirates, hunt down enemies for coin, or even participate in wars between entire factions. In Avorion, you can explore the galaxy at your own pace, with the ability to find valuable goods in old shipwrecks, undiscovered asteroid fields rich in resources,
gigantic asteroids which you can claim for yourself, or clues about what happened during the event a few centuries back. There are also no limits to the size or complexity of the ship that you can design and build, beside the resources that you collect. And if you just want to go wild, there is a creative mode, so you can design to your heart's content.
Space Engineers 50% off €8.49. This game offers an unparalleled sandbox experience for those with a love for engineering, survival and exploration. In this open world game, players can design and build everything from spacecraft and planetary outposts to wheeled vehicles and massive stations. Featuring a robust physics engine, everything in the game can be assembled, disassembled, damaged or destroyed, providing endless creative opportunities. With creative and survival modes, single player and multiplayer options, and the freedom to explore planets and outer space, Space Engineers is a game defined by creativity and player ingenuity. Whether you're crafting a fleet of functional ships or constructing sprawling bases, the only limit is your imagination. Evochron Legacy SE 20% off €19.60.
This game is an advanced freeform, open-world spaceflight simulation focused on combat, trade, exploration, and survival gameplay with pilot-controlled spacecraft management. You can engage in ongoing large-scale battles between human factions as a civilian mercenary or confront an alien threat at designated war zones for intense battles and access to powerful military hardware. Evochron is a tightly focused technical space sim with options and gameplay specifically geared toward that objective. The game focuses on what flying and managing a spacecraft through a sparsely populated system in a large region of the galaxy might actually feel like in the future. The focus of this game is on elements of piloting a spacecraft and the complexities, challenges and rewards that go along with it while exploring and utilising a vast seamless style universe. This is a sandbox game in almost every facet of the gameplay. One thing to note with this title is it's definitely on the more hardcore range of the spectrum. You can spend quite a long time just playing through the tutorials before you're even ready to play, but if you do get through all that, there is a wonderful game that lies waiting for you. This version of the game was released all the way back in 2016 and the player base has fallen away somewhat. However, if you're burnt out on Elite or X4 or any of the other games, then Evochron Legacy could be a great one to go back and revisit.
Elite Dangerous 75% off €4.99. This title takes players to the stars, offering an unparalleled open-world space simulation. With a meticulously crafted recreation of the Milky Way galaxy featuring 400 billion star systems, this game blends exploration, combat, trading and mining in an interconnected living universe. Start with a modest ship and a handful of credits and forge your path through the galaxy, becoming a trader, pirate, bounty hunter or explorer. The game also includes the Horizons expansion, which allows players to land on planets, pilot ground vehicles and engage in co-op missions. Whether playing solo or in its massive multiplayer mode, Elite Dangerous offers endless possibilities for storytelling and adventure. It's rated 76% mostly positive on Steam, plays really well on the Steam Deck and is one of the best experiences you can have in space in virtual reality. No Man's Sky 60% off €23.59. Although some may argue this is a space open world survival game, there's a lot of space sim elements here, and it's such a marquee title, it will be very hard to leave it off this sales list. It's also a pretty good deal, though still a little bit on the expensive side. If you don't know about this title, it's about exploration and survival in an infinitely procedurally generated universe. It's inspired by the adventure and imagination of classic science fiction and overall has a great aesthetic and some really deep gameplay. Although personally it's a space simulation I've bounced off a few times, I can see the appeal and it's definitely a game I'd like to return to after a lot of updates and a massive improvement to the base game. It's rated overall 78% mostly positive on Steam and is also fully verified on the Steam Deck. Children of a Dead Earth 75% off, €4.87. This game was recommended by so many users on our other list that I had to include it, and I actually did put this on a sales list quite some time ago, but essentially it claims to be the most scientifically accurate space warfare simulator ever made. You can design your spacecrafts using real-world technologies, traverse the solar system using actual orbital mechanics,
and command fleets as the solar system descends into war. To state that there's a learning curve to this game would be a bit of an understatement. You definitely need to do your research before you play this one, and it's for the hardcore player.
Space Engine, 40% off, €17.39.
Experience the groundbreaking marvel of this photorealistic interactive 3D planetarium, revolutionizing our understanding of the cosmos. This innovative platform meticulously models the entire universe, offering an unparalleled journey through space and time. And while this isn't strictly just a game, you can flight sim through the universe in various spacecraft. It's absolutely incredible and one of the best space simulation experiences I've ever had. Utilizing cutting-edge procedural generation technology, it brings to life uncharted areas of the cosmos, allowing exploration of the unknown with breathtaking realism. With this title, you must prepare to be immersed in a universe of endless discovery, where every star, planet, and celestial body is meticulously recreated to scientific accuracy. Whether you're a gamer or astronomer, this interactive 3D planetarium offers an unparalleled opportunity to explore the wonders of the universe like never before. Space Engine has a one-to-one scale-based universe, featuring billions upon billions of galaxies, nebula, stars, and planets, all shown at their full real-world scale. If you want to stay local, you can explore Earth and our neighbouring worlds in the solar system, or go and orbit a black hole in a galaxy billions of light years away. In Flight Simulator mode, your spacecraft will be subject to Newtonian physics and is yours to fly anywhere in the universe.
House of the Dying Sun, 70% off, €5.99.
Now, I'm not sure if this game is having some sort of resurgence, but I've seen it in a number of big YouTubers' videos lately. But if that is the case, then it definitely deserves that resurgence. It's an absolutely brilliant space game. Enter the cockpit of the galaxy's most formidable starfighter in House of the Dying Sun, a tactical space shooter that thrusts you into the heart of interstellar conflict. As the pilot of this fearsome vessel, your mission is clear: hunt down the enemies of the Empire and unleash devastation upon their worlds. In the vast expanse of space, you'll engage in intense dogfights against rival factions, utilising advanced weaponry and tactics to outmaneuver your adversaries. The game has a very classic space combat feel to it, where you fly from the cockpit of your Executor Mark II, with gameplay heavily influenced by the Titans of yesteryear. But not only this, you can take command of your own fleet within this game, and it also supports a brilliant VR mode. In fact, it's my favourite virtual reality game of all time. Now, there are only 14 campaign scenarios, but they are replayable from a number of different angles and challenges. The game is also extremely unforgiving and it has quite a difficulty curve, but I really enjoyed the challenge in this one.
X4 Foundation, 70% off, €14.99. Whether piloting ships or managing fleets, the game offers a seamless transition from first-person action to empire management. And look, simply, this is one of my favourite space simulation games ever. I have 500 hours in it, which is a lot for me. Now, some people do come on and say, oh look, 500 hours, I've got 10,000 hours. But I run a gaming channel. I just did 40 forgotten space simulations and I've played 39 of them. I play a lot of different games, so the fact I have 500 hours in X4 is a real testament to this title. You've got that fully simulated economy and living universe with a seamless transition between first-person piloting and strategic empire management. I really do enjoy that overall aspect, looking down on my empire, but then being able to jump into a ship and fly around my own space stations. It's just epic. Of course, in any expansive, dynamic sandbox with this sort of gameplay, you're going to get bugs, but they have worked on improving those over the years. And overall, it's just a really good game that's improved so much since it came out. There is a steep learning curve, but come on, you're on a space simulation sales list. I'm assuming you're totally down for that. So there we go, LT gamers. We get to the end of another amazing space simulation sales list. 25 in this one. I've really enjoyed it. Make sure to put your suggestions in the comments below. I've been Luke from LT Gaming, and I'll catch you on the next one.